So guys, in my previous tutorial, I explained how you can generate fashion models or fashion accessories so that you can use them in your fashion project, which is the same thing I did in generating this particular stuff you are seeing in this tutorial right now based on reference image. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be explaining how you can rig the or create a custom pose whereby the mannequin is going to hold this stuff like a proper custom pose, not the a pose. So that's what we'll be doing in this tutorial. If you are new to this channel, subscribe and turn on the notification bell to get more tutorial from Timmy the Creator. So let's begin. So the first thing I'm going to do is to position the staff. So I'm just going to click on the staff and just drag it to the side and maybe bring it to the front a bit. I don't know. It just depends on the way you want it to look like in your render or based on your reference. And okay, since we are done with this, let me see if this is okay. Okay, so what I'll do now is to go to this avatar display and I'm going to go to the show avatar join. So we have the FK and the IK. So make sure you are selecting the IK, and on the IK make sure you are selecting this particular one because I don't want any rigging you are doing here to affect the other side, like a mirror effect. So I want to make sure that anything you are doing on the left does not affect the right. So just click on this particular one. So what we're going to do next is now to position or create our custom pose to hold the staff. So what I'll do is to focus on this green dot. So all these green dots on the joint allows you to move the body part or move the body of the mannequin, and that's what we'll be doing. So I'm just going to select the dot around the wrist of the green dot around the wrist of the mannequin, and let's position it like this. So and you can see, and I can go to my side view, which is 4, and just set it like this. I don't know if this is fine. And okay, and we can go to the front view and bring it down a bit. So anyway, it's time consuming, so you can always take your time in positioning whatever you want to do. Then you can click on the green dot at the tip of the thumb and move it. But if it doesn't move properly, just double click, or if it doesn't move the way you want it to move, double click and use the gizmo mode to do it manually, which might be way better. And I don't know, yes, let me just, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but at least let it look good. Okay, and let me see if I can rotate this. Yes, something like this, and bring it out a bit. Let me see. So you have something like this, and so the next thing I'm going to do is to adjust the position of the fingers. So I'm just going to click on the green dot and let me see if it's something I can just finger and just drag it inside straight. Yes, and okay, that's the front. I don't want this one, so let me just move this one too. Yes, and move this one too. I don't know if it looks good, but I just need to check inside. So okay, and we are going to just bring this down here a bit. I don't know, let me just, yes, and yes, but then we need to make sure they are close to each other so it looks good. Yeah, so so maybe I can leave this just like this. I can leave it just like this, or you can see it's folding. So anyhow you want to position it, or you can also allow it to fold inside the hole of the staff. So after doing this, let me see, because I feel like Ctrl Z. Let me just go to the front view and just set it like this. Yes, so this is how it looks like, and you can just go to the other side of the arm, or the right hand side. Say right hand side, yes, and you can click on the green dot by the wrist and just position the hand, and you can leave it like this. Also you can fold the finger. I don't know, you might have a pose you want to recreate on the mannequin finger, so you can do that by yourself manually, the same way we did at the left hand side to the staff holding. So after doing that, you can just click on this avatar display, go back and turn the show avatar join, turn it off. Then you have something like this. You can see we have something like this. And the next thing we can do is to, I can just delete the stuff. I don't need it. Then we'll just save this as a custom pose. So let's say file and save as. pose, and I'm going to just set this as old, save it as old, just old, yes, and let's select save. And after doing that, let's click on Ctrl O and let's test it on one of my projects, and let's see how it's going to look like. So I'm just going to click on this and click on open and select OK. Okay, here is my project. So let's check out the custom pose. I'm going to go to pose and go to, let's search for old. Okay, the old is here, so this is old. Click on double click and pose and maintain avatar size, select OK. So we have something like this. So it's loading, still showcasing the, let's see. Now this is good. So the next thing you can do is just bring in your stuff. So file, import, where's GLB? Yes, sorry. And my stuff is here. And select add and select OK. Just keep selecting OK no matter the pop-ups. So we just need to wait for it a bit and select under OK, and then we have our stuff. So it's just, so next thing you need to do is just move it forward like this, and I think just make sure here and just place it in front here. So we have something like this. But we still need to move it to the front a bit. Yes, move it to the front a bit, and I think we are good. So this is okay, and then you can go and render your project file. So this is just how you can just create your own custom pose and to fit in your accessories on CLO3D. So thank you for watching this tutorial from Timmy the Creator. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get more tutorial from Timmy the Creator.